The girl played hide and seek with 5 burly men. The tingling sensation immersed her. Some girls who couldn't handle it wanted to stop, but those men wouldn't let her go. The girl's name is Lisa. At 15, she lived with her mother and grandmother, while her father worked overseas in oil drilling. He only came back every 2 to 3 years, so her mother was stricter with her on regular days. Plus, Lisa was in the rebellious stage of adolescence, resulting in the deteriorating relationship between mother and daughter, while the grandmother acted as a mediator, mediating the relationship between the two, while combing her granddaughter's hair, telling stories of her own wild antics from her youth. Undoubtedly, in this household, the grandmother became Lisa's confidant, but the mother saw the two getting too close, even started to have opinions about grandma. The bickering between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law made Lisa feel helpless. Since then, she gradually distanced herself from the warmth of family love. She then began to seek her own romantic love. Her best friend knew all along that Lisa had a secret crush on Daniel, a boy in her class. So she tried every means to find out that Daniel was planning a party at his house. She then dragged Lisa along to attend. The party was very lively. Numerous handsome men and beautiful women were here enjoying themselves. Daniel, who had been in the dating scene for years, could tell at a glance that Lisa was a worldly wise girl. So he maliciously arranged to meet her alone at the seaside. A few domineering words made the girl completely infatuated. Lisa's mind was also clouded by hormones. Thus, she unknowingly gave away her first kiss. However, Daniel vented his anger and then turned and left. He didn't contact the girl for the entire summer. Lisa choked back tears every day waiting by the phone, but she never received a greeting from the boy. Seeing this, her best friend kindly advised her to let go. Because Daniel was known as a playboy, he wouldn't care about Lisa at all. But the girl was unwilling to give up. She even recorded all of this in her diary. However, these words not only made her miss the boy more, but also helped her understand her own body better. Until one day, Lisa met the one she longed for in the pool hall. She met the one she had been thinking about, Daniel. With just one look from him, she willingly followed the boy home. The naive girl was deceived into going to his home by the scumbag. The piercing sensation made her grit her teeth. Soon, a pool of red liquid flowed beneath him. The pungent smell of blood disgusted the man. He pulled up his pants and turned to leave. Lisa, feeling rejected, didn't know what to do. Upon returning home, she learned that her grandmother had been sent to a nursing home by her mother. A sense of powerlessness spread through her body in an instant. Under the dual torment of body and mind, she became increasingly depraved. Lisa imitated Daniel's manner. She flirted with a single old man by the roadside. The girl gently bit the straw with her mouth. Her gaze became increasingly hazy. The man quickly sat down. He tentatively placed his hand on Lisa's waist. However, just as desire was about to take over, Lisa simply smiled lightly and got up to leave. In that moment, she experienced Daniel's joy. On Christmas Eve, the mother brought her grandmother from the nursing home back home. She felt heartbroken looking at the scratches on Lisa's face. She then asked her granddaughter if she had encountered something recently. Lisa shook her head, but the grandmother still couldn't rest assured. Seizing the opportunity while her granddaughter was away, she pulled her daughter-in-law aside to ask, and advised her to pay more attention to her own daughter. Lisa's emotions have been a bit off recently. Obviously, the mother didn't take it to heart. Instead, she felt that her child had grown up and should have their own space. Shortly after, Daniel called again. Although Lisa held resentment towards him, she couldn't help but go to the appointment in the end. But she didn't expect that besides Daniel at the scene, there was another unfamiliar man. The other man was also a playboy. Lisa angrily turned and left. But Daniel said, "Don't be so childish." But it arouses the girl's competitive spirit. Lisa seems to have changed, being openly intimate with a stranger in front of Daniel, wanting to prove that she is not their plaything. Not only that, Lisa also registered an account online, specifically chatting with all kinds of men, watching these men being enchanted by her sweet words. The girl also strengthens her own heart. Lisa believes that with her charm can attract any man. Just like the woman in the photo, she can get everyone's attention. The girl takes off her clothes and straddles the man. Her actions are skillful. Her expression is intriguing. The reason she does this, just to prove she can also be like Daniel, playing with other people's feelings at will. Lisa can be intimate with the museum security guard in the corner. You can also be touched by a creepy old man while waiting in line with Daniel. You can also be touched by a creepy old man while waiting in line. She even wrote everything in her diary to satisfy her vanity. But the diary was soon discovered. When classmates mocked Lisa, her best friend did not stand by her. This also led to the complete breakdown of the sisters' relationship. But Lisa didn't notice. The new transfer student saw this. and intervened behind the scenes to stop everyone's actions. The boy's name was Owen. He noticed Lisa's presence from the first day he arrived. However, at that time she was still immersed in the sadness of being abandoned by Daniel, and did not notice Owen's presence. On the other hand, Lisa quickly hooked up with an older man online. The two even arranged to meet offline. When the girl arrived, she changed into clothes and picked up a whip to punish the man. But soon the roles of the two switched. Lisa became the one being beaten. After coming out of the hotel, she was covered in injuries. Back home, she saw her mother had found her diary. The woman's emotions were fluctuating, from anger at the beginning to feeling sorry. In the end, she regretted not listening to her grandmother's advice earlier. Caring about her daughter's life, the new semester is approaching. Lisa threw away some of her previous props and costumes, trying to change herself, also trying to take the initiative to sit in her best friend's car. The two reconciled as if nothing had happened. The transfer student also gathered the courage to give Lisa an art book. Inside were all her back views. Owen pulled the girl to a corner and confessed passionately, and tried to hold Lisa's hand. The two gazed affectionately at each other. The final kiss sealed their love. But when Owen left, Daniel approached, and once again invited Lisa to a party. The girl agreed, but not submissive obedience. Instead, she wanted to prove her transformation through refusal. After leaving the party, Lisa returned to the seaside where she had been before. Then she leaped into the sea. The sea water was icy cold, yet her heart was warm at that moment. Adolescence is about finding a way out in confusion and bewilderment. In the darkness, compassion and understanding are the best help.